Hi everyone, we're going to establish half identities for secant, cosecant, and cotan. And recall that cosine of the half angle equals the square root of 1 plus cosine over 2. And since it's squared, we're going to use the plus here, but just remember that. So if you square both sides, you get cosine squared of theta is 1 plus cosine of theta over 2. And that's going to happen on all of them. You just take away the square root here. So basically, I'm going to work on this side. I'm going to write this as 1 over cosine squared of theta over 2. And I'm going to write that as 1 over 1 plus cosine of theta over 2. And then, of course, you know by now you can bring that 2 up here. And so that's going to be 2 over 1 plus cosine of theta. Okay, the next one's very similar with cosecant. We have cosecant squared of our half angle. And we're going to use the same, well, this is going to equal 2 over 1 minus cosine of theta. And we know this is sine, 1 over sine. So that's sine squared theta over 2. So I'm just going to write this as 1 over, instead of square, the square root cancels out. So we're just going to have 1 minus cosine of theta over 2. And you bring the 2 up here, and you get 2 over 1 minus cosine of theta. Okay, and the last one we're going to do is cotan, and it's going to take a little longer. Alright, so the next one's cotan. So we have cotan squared of theta over 2. And this is supposed to equal secant of theta minus 1. No, plus 1 over secant of theta plus 1. Now, the formula we're going to use for the tan is going to be... okay, well, first of all, let's just write this as 1 over tan squared of theta over 2. And basically what this equals, if you take the square root of both sides, you're going to get 1 over 1 minus cosine of theta over 1 plus cosine of theta. Now what I'm going to do is write this on top here, so I get 1 plus cosine of theta over 1 minus cosine of theta. And from your basic identities that you've done before, it's not matching up, so we're going to just write this in terms of secant. And then do your common denominator, so you're going to get a secant theta plus 1 over secant, and secant theta minus 1 over secant. And those two cancel, so our end result is our numerator over our denominator, which equals secant theta plus 1 over secant theta minus 1. Okay, the next video is going to be the half angle for tangent. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye-bye.